heavy resources to get to that conclusion that we just didn't look into. She was, a little bit sour, but a good sport about it. Uh, Sent us on our way, where we found out Bellamy and his Black Force had surrounded our entire encampment. We know that our group found a unconscious woman, um, dressed in purple attire and armor, who was from the house don't Armani
There you go.
of Griffal,
Mm-hmm.
who they found but were captured by the Black Force in the meantime. They came back, set up. Black Force didn't, just outright kill them. Pretty cool lads. We came out. Bellamy went to talk to them. Then we reconvened, and he basically explained to us where we're at. And I think just through the rapport we had generally gained with him, explained some things about the world and how the Hilllanders are not only against the West Levy and the Nevros, but are sided with the spies who are an elven faction who Deet
Percy just
totally
died.
doesn't work for.
Yeah,
Deet
sorry.
has no association with
Yeah,
the
no
Skies
affiliation.
whatsoever. Just like how Oriana doesn't have anything suspicious going on behind the
Yep.
scenes.
Why does
Yeah.
this keep
Oh, yeah,
popping
no,
up?
no,
I told
definitely.
you repeatedly. There is
And
nothing.
Mishka doesn't totally have a missing relative out there somewhat.
No,
he has
no.
just a bundle of secrets.
Yeah, and you know
Keep
what?
shouting
Brave.
yourself, Brendan.
There was a secret that
No,
I
shut
was
this,
hinted
Brandon.
at before that puts some more peak to me from Fred, but we'll get to that when
Yeah,
we get to it.
So many
Um,
secrets.
After that, we talked and we ear hustled the fact that Grandfather Redwood would not be around 2 days.
I love the term ear hustle.
Yeah, I was, that caught my attention too. I was like, what
heard
the?
that before. I'm gonna start using that in place of
Then-
eavesdrop.
Also, that's me good, so I'm gonna run off quickly.
Mhm.
I'll be back in a bit.
Kick rocks, get out of here.
Bye.
We
Bye.
then parted ways relatively amicably, noting that in the future, like it'll be war.
Yes.
The very near
which
future.
will end up being very near. However, along the way, we backtracked
Unintentional
through the
foreshadowing.
traps as we had already triggered, as to move faster on a longer way instead of slower on a shorter path. To where we ran into an elven monk who was also probably not member of the Sky,
No, not at all. No.
who was dealing with some bandits, but after a show of bravado and force, they understood like that they don't have a path to victory here. Took their leaves, eventually allowing the monk whose name Zandre
Xyander.
Foley. Not even close. Holy crap!
It's okay.
You had the idea. No, you didn't really.
I had the letters.
Got
Yep,
the letters.
got an
Yes,
X.
this is true. He had the letters.
Monk Foley,
Monk Foley. Yes.
To Monk Foley.
who eventually asked, if he could stop holding it now.
I appreciate that.
To
man.
which the bandits were a little bit confused, but ultimately requited. He offered us, a nice bit of solace and some drink, and displayed that he wanted to head to Cutthroat's Keep. After understanding this, Redain took the opportunity to use his liquid to try to snap Lady Armani out of her trance, which ended up working. Because I rolled good and Garth does not.
Yeah, put that stipulation there.
Just had to.
Mind
I'll
you,
say
FYI.
Just roll good. So
She
good.
awoke, and we got some more information about the Nightmare Imperium, how they were the only perceivable Nevros city in history, which had became lost and ultimately almost like trapped between a dream and a nightmare closing in on a dream, I believe was the verbiage.
More or less, yes.
Which honestly has some very nice undertones of like a collapse of society in general, which I really appreciate.
I don't know what you're talking about.
To which we got more information about from Lady Armani. She got information from us. Xander gave his information as well, and she parted ways after realizing we had nothing else to offer.
As a side note, I believe Crash pointed out afterwards that whatever part of the Nightmare Imperium Imperium, that's the right word.
Right.
She
Yes.
was in
Cathedral.
it wasn't that. She was in I believe it was described as Craglands,
Yeah.
which I think is pretty self-explanatory of where she ended up.
Which
Go on.
through a message, I did learn the singing lady in the cathedral was their last queen.
Oh yeah.
that's
You
what that
held on. Yeah, you held on to that.
Yeah, I couldn't find a time to give it the information, so I'm giving it to you now.
was.
Fair
By
enough.
the way,
But she left. She took her leave. And as we were proceeding, a scouting effort, I believe a combination of stuff between Brendan and Silas, found out that hey,
the shit.
the eye in the sky is quite
Sky's
literal.
Brendan flew up into the air with Silas, and they saw it.
Well, Silas saw it. You were there for their trip, though.
I was the one holding on to dear life to drop
I am
it.
participating. After which, we realized that Grandfather Redwood would be annihilated within days, but we, after polling the group, decided to take decisive action to undermine that. To finally take victories here in the north.
And while you weren't on, I did poll everyone on if you guys are sure you guys want to go through with it, and it sounds like consensus is yes, along with a series of we're ready this far. Which is, I will say, this far is like the first step. So, like, you guys are the first step. We're this far already. But hey.
Also, you decided on the name of our group being the River Company. I found
Oh
out
yeah,
later.
because we found out through Lexuri at the end. Thank you for reminding me. I almost forgot. That Lyle was blown up, but no body was found.
Very key
There were
detail.
bodies. There were bodies, but not
his body wasn't found.
His body wasn't there. There are 2 dead executors, though.
It was also there was the smell of hellfire and brimstone, so it's
Mhm.
pretty safe assumption that it was a devil bomb of some sort.
Right, which we know is probably related to the Archon demon or devil we saw before. Because those
feel
factions
that's fair.
seem to side with devils, and he was chasing after it. So I'm sure there's some connection there.
Hmm.
But besides that, Lexuri flew out, and we began making a plan for how to engage this and what to call.
Yes.
Which I think started with, we're going to go back and pay those bandits.
Hey, sometimes, bandits can make good mooks.
And I'm not going to forget, Lambert is going to go back to the town that, good lord, I forget the name of.
Don't worry, I don't have a clue.
Technically, he's not going back to the town you guys started, and whose name is also slipping my mind.
Yeah, isn't it crazy how names can do that?
Nouvelle-Toclet. There we go. No, he's going to essentially the capital. Not that any province is allowed to have a capital. There's only one capital of the provinces, and that's the capital province. So legally, no province is actually allowed to have a capital. But it's the biggest city in the Highlands. So he's going to there. Samurai de Bastion. And he's going to try to... He's going to go talk to his current chaplain mentor. Not his previous one. That one's dead. His current chaplain mentor, who will send their chain of requests over to someone else that's very important. And then from there, get assistance. And that's actually an NPC that might join you guys. You guys might be reinforced by, what's his name? His current chaplain, whose name I will find shortly. Mikhail Dufel.
We also found out that Bellamy knew Lambert's previous mentor.
Yes. They tried to recruit him. And Obviously, that didn't happen, or else he'd probably still be around.
But yeah, besides that, I feel like that's everything. Unless I missed something.
I don't know. What does everyone else have to say on it?
The lady we woke up was supernaturally dexterous. I remember that. She probably had improved stats in other regards, but that's the only one we picked up on. Because she'd gone to the
Yes.
Emporium repeatedly.
Yeah, she frequented the Imperium.
Indeed. She had, for transparency, an above 20 dex. Fun times out. Anything else?
Not that I recall.
Actually, shit, which one is
Then
this?
we are good. And that's the nitty gritty of what we're going to be, or establishing rather today. The context. We will do character creation, obviously. And in the middle, just as a break, a breather, a different thing. I have a list of, I guess you could call them, if you play Mass Effect, war assets, battle assets that you guys can allocate to each mission. It's a question of who or what you guys are deciding to allocate where. And this is after each scenario, combat scenarios 1, 2, and 3, and eventually 4, which is your main characters ones, will take place one a day. So, if we assume that the day you guys are currently on in game is day 0, and then you will use the remainder of day 0 to regroup with the STEM can and get everything sorted, begin payment negotiations with the bandits, and so on and so forth. That will comprise day 0, and then day 1 is when the first combat scenario happens, day 2 the day after, so on and so forth. During these times, your main characters and the rest of the STEM can and all the other forces you guys have are not idle. It's just that we'll only be paying attention to one perspective at the time and pointing through that one. And they are important perspectives, or else there won't be any missions. So yeah, the final day, day 3, scenario 3, will happen relatively simultaneously as scenario 4, which is you guys going to go deal with their Ligratus / Alas, which is a fun fact about the Enlighteners. They don't have 2 different people for Ligratus and Alas. They're the same person, which is very, very rare for a Never's tribe, and I think speaks for itself. So yeah, while the level 12 people handle basically the predominant amount of people from the Enlighteners and everything that they have summoned into the world, that will buy your main characters the opportunity to go past and then deal with it decisively. And more importantly, for the Scenario 3 stuff, it will also draw the attention of the Fell God in the sky. So, because you guys don't want to deal with that when you're fighting Ligratus and all this, which is a more important facet. But beyond that, it is a time game. The avatar of their god will go away eventually. It's just a matter of having it deplete itself faster, as well as weathering the storm until it goes away. So, 3 days. And assuming, again, day in game currently is day 0. 3 days. And then, well, who's gonna make the characters?
Hey.
What was that?
Indeed. Hey, did y'all come up with ideas for what you're gonna do?
Yes.
Obviously, for the bandits, I have Thalen, who's a Lorehold warlock.
Yeah, the Warden people, or the combat scenario 1 will have the Warden characters. Gotta recycle some use out of that, as well as the bandit group. So I think it's only Garth and O that already have preemptive characters set up already. So yeah, that's fine. But yeah. What's everyone's picks?
We just get it out of the way.
Yeah, don't be
I mean,
shy
it's
with
up to you guys. Like, I don't.
Well,
These
just-
are one shots, all right. I will tell you guys all of this here and now. I'll have to repeat it when Dorky and Cursor are back on. these fights are not going to be balanced. The Enlighteners have a severe advantage. Right? These are lethal encounters. So treat them as such. These characters I might be entirely wrong. I've forecasted entirely wrong plenty of times in the past. But I forecast currently, without knowing what the characters even are, a 50-50 survival rate. So just know that that's what this combat design is going to be designed as. It will be hard. But you guys will have assets to bolster yourselves with. And don't worry, there's some other stuff that will be chucked your guys away once we get into the characterization.
And we roll for stats, because that might help me decide which...
Certainly. We're going to be doing that tic-tac-toe shit. Do them one at a time. Don't do them all on board. Just do them one at a time.
I need to rewatch it, because I believe it's 10, but I will watch it.
I think it's 9.
I think it's 9. It's 9, one for each block in the tic-tac-toe thing.
Right.
There's no reroll for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you wanna head us off, Ninja?
Yeah, I'm just staking my claim over...
Oh, which tic-tac-toe board is yours?
Yep.
Okay.
Right. D&D books like a dumbass.
That one.
Yep.
Okay, and it's a D6, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all D6s.
Ooh, starting off good.
Me, Garth, and O have actually run our own mathematical analysis on these, and the conclusion we came to is actually pretty good. Like doing it this style curves badness and leans into the higher end of the spectrum.
Are we assigning them individually or rolling them all and then assigning them as we want?
And just how did we do it, lads? Before
You roll them all and then you put them in.
Okay, we'll do that then. Yeah, okay, we'll keep it faster then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you hear that Fatebinder music? Yeah, baby.
If you, it's even a thing of like, if you roll like 3 bad stats, stop rolling bad stats. You can still make a fairly strong character.
You can make like a focus character even if you don't roll the best. Is the thing, yeah.
5, 3, 2, 2, 5. So that's 5, 6.
There's a pattern.
If I roll 2 2s in a row...
You're done. No. Stop it. Stop it.
The thing is, you still have 3 more to go or something, right?
Oh,
2
there
or
we
something to go.
Well, you stopped the pattern.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more.
Okay, yeah, next time I'm just gonna tell you guys all roll just 96 and call it a day. Yeah.
So...
One good stat.
You have two numbers that are good. The rest are
Yeah.
I like when we did our analysis on this, you can actually ignore one number entirely. If you place
Yes,
like if you do the line right. Yeah. Like you just ignore it. So which is exactly what we did for every instance we ran the simulation. Fuck that stat. Fuck that number. Like, yeah, here. Oh, got a 1? Not anymore. Don't care.
What the fuck is a 1?
So that way. That way. That way. That way. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Did you
And
put the
there's also
numbers on here? Because I don't
that,
see
that,
anything.
and that.
Yeah.
You did?
Oh,
Yep.
I don't see any. I
don't see them at all. Yeah, I only see the lines.
Like that.
Oh, they're all there.
That's weird. What the heck?
Do you want to wait for him to finish to keep going?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh, like to not clutter. Yeah, we could.
2, 3, 4, 5.
We could wait for him to finish. Yeah, we're down.
It's a learning experience.
We're down.
I must confess I am confused.
Sure. Ninja, just keep going. Definitely if you need to. So what was basically happening, Fred, if you saw the video, is we will be rolling 9 d6s, and then assigning them to a spot in this tic-tac-toe board, the Sudoku board, whatever you want to call it. And then thereafter, once all the numbers have been given a slot to be in, you will be determining what your attribute score is, as if you're playing tic-tac-toe, one straight line, diagonal, up, down, left, right, that sort of style. Add those numbers together. That is your attribute score.
Ah.
So, depending on how well one can play tic-tac-toe or where one places these stats, you could balance things out. You could even, as we were talking about before, ignore one number that we roll poorly on and so on. You will be assigning these numbers to their spots, and then in whatever manner you so choose and whatever order you so wish. So, you can do charisma's line first and then strength and da-da-da-da-da-da. There's no particular order for this. This is very gamified.
This is so shit. Like, my highest stat is 13. Max. And then
You rolled
second
very
highest
poorly.
is 10. Yeah.
You rolled very poorly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's shit. And there is no way I can make that better.
You have ASIs and racials, but yeah.
Yeah, but a 13 as my highest isn't
Dang it.
great.
That is true. But as these are one-shot characters, I'm not letting you guys... If you guys suck, you guys suck, and may you do well in the wars to come.
What did I say in the planning room? About my terrible rolls?
Well, keep in mind that this is only for one character. This is not shared. This is not shared across all three of your characters.
yeah.
Every character is going to get their own stat block.
Thank fuck.
And now that we brought that up, I can tell you guys one more thing. Your level 6 bandit characters, you ain't getting shit. Yeah, you're done. Your stat block is yours. You get your racial ASIs, whatever. In combat scenario 2, your stemkin, you guys will get 2 free points to allocate anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, so any stat, you can do 1+2 or 2+1s or blah blah blah, whatever, math it out. Combat scenario 3, your guys is Scholasta Bellatoria. You guys will get 3 points, but they have to all go into physical stats. So strength, dex, or con. And of course, you still have a maximum of 20. You know, no one's pushing past that shit. Not until you guys get legendary status characters, but that's something for when.
Game
Sure.
channel?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just for clarity.
I'm gonna put a little thing here. Post.
And then bandits can
Rolls.
just suck it.
Where do we
But bandits just suck it, yes.
go for the character sheets?
Oh yeah, I didn't give you guys character sheets, yeah, have I?
Okay.
Shit.
That way.
Alright, so this one for ninja.
Oh god, that's so bad.
There it will be in your guys' journal section.
Thank you. I think that's right. Yeah. So 13, 10, 10, 7, 8, 9, 8,